For Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
Man, he's so fucking safe.
Avoid the tackle. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect.
Give me that shit.
Rifles one that's intercepted.
All that running around. Throw ass down somewhere.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the
they got Lamar Jackson.
The receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open
somewhere.
spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
Running all over the place.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as
running with Lamar
Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Do that shit on your own time.
Set, 180, regular. Let's make these babies cry on the way back home. Regular. 48,
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, he'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Damn, that's a pick.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out is...
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is picked up by
Lamar, you fumbled on the one. I picked it up for fun. What do you say, boy?
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pass incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 58 right there. Come to my work.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Knock that shit down.
Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Bro, stop cheating. If you don't pick up the damn block,
to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third down, Mayfield. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Running for it. Here's Chubb. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 54 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away.
That could be it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Knock Lamar
and typically those scripts
really
go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay.
And that's caught inside.
How did he catch that?
He takes this
what I
down
hate about this
all
game.
the way to the 30.
Let niggas do
A big pickup of 38. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson, the quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens get a bit closer. They'll look to run with Ingram. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second and goal, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
He's just running
around
with
Lamar. And this should be the final
Lamar.
play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 24. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Following the penalty, Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And the catch made by Johnson.
Bro, that nigga ain't getting that diving tackle.
7-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
That diving tackle
now
so
a chance
hard
to make
to
that
get
big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead. The point after is good. And it's now 21-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 27. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, But he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Myles Garrett able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Dancing to his left. And 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin this drive with Chubb. A big play that time out of Chubb. 54 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right
so much
play,
garbage
thrown it
on
away
this
like
game.
that,
Dang.
frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Being chased out left. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Aaron.
I ain't finna friendly quit. We've been playing this whole time.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it. Don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like,
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Protect. 180. Right there. 56. Tighten up. Pull together. Watch it.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 78 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Garoppolo. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
Wait.
First and 10 at the 40-yard
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And some room to work. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 56 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Chubb will get the call running left. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Set, 180, 56. Now watch one. He got
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
56 is the mark. Let's go, G.
They run. Chubb. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll give it to Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield taking it in. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27.
21.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go. 180. Switch up. 65.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion. Have a mullet in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Here we go.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in.
Man, they beat him like
Touchdown,
that.
San Francisco. Marquise
so
Goodwin,
fucking fake.
49 yards. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for two here. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Are you getting
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught at the 25.
Game is so
Now San
fast.
Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
No reason for him to be beating them like that. And I don't think Garoppolo can even make that type of throw.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
58. Here we go. 11. Watch the shift.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Garoppolo now. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo gets this one left side to Pettis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them. They also those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Garoppolo now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead.
This shit ain't football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the 2nd half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Now Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And once again, the Browns are back in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin the drive with Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to
Come on,
Pettis,
bro,
and
with
he's
that soft ass hit.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
53, Mike. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
First and 10 at the 39.
They'll run with Coleman on first down.
Oh,
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Coleman. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, it's Coleman. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make
that
the
nigga
last
ain't
tackle.
that fast.
You mess
That
up,
is so
could come back
fast.
at you a long way.
So they make the decision. They want a
It is
3-point lead versus a
ridiculous.
2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
That's 20. Check 52.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Got out of bounds.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Alert, alert. Bravo. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Mayfield to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left. Want to save it.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Fourth down, and on is Greg Joseph for the Browns field goal. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. 4th down, and on is Greg Joseph for the Browns field goal. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And
I'm so tired of this game.
Like,
this game is
no good.
playing
And that is how this game comes to a close. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they